liberal and conservative. Like I gotta do something. That wouldn't work either. They'd be like, man, screw Obama, screw Trump.
Yeah, right.
That
would be good.
All the world we live in.
No, but it's cool though because like he'll ask the questions and somebody will be on there trying to answer the questions, and we can all chime in with what we think the answers are, and they can look and cheat a little bit, you know. Like,
right.
It's all in fun.
It's all in fun. But the other cool thing about it is when you bring somebody on a live feed, like, but I like to promote people. Like, so if Larry comes on, I'm basically going to promote what he does. Like, hey, you guys listen to Sports Talk Radio. You guys got to tune in at 1070 on iHeartRadio, whatever. And whatever it is, if you come on, I'm like, hey, if you guys are in the Port Charlotte area, come out. I have to do the cross promotion because look, you're introducing me to your people. I got to introduce you to my people, and then that's how things get done. You know what I mean? So it's all about networking. Right, exactly.
It's networking, just a different way.
Yeah, because people are like, who the hell is Comedian J Bliss, and why is he talking to my best friend? And I'm like, yeah, we doing this game right now.
That's sweet. But hey, it works, man. It helps create a following, obviously, and generates a little buzz for you.
Absolutely.
Awesome. All right, getting ready for baseball season. Obviously, we're talking Eagles. I think we're done talking Eagles, right?
I'm gonna talk Eagles for 365 days a year, man. So whatever you want to talk about, we can talk about. But I'll always correlate it back to the Fly Eagles. All
right, here's a controversy.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
No. Who's gonna be your kicker?
Donnie Longball retired, man. Oh, you talking about place kicker or you talking about punter?
Oh, for the Eagles.
You talking about the place kicker or you talking about the punter?
Didn't your kicker get hurt and then you got a rookie?
You talking about Jake Elliott?
Well, the rookie played good.
Yeah,
Elliott played awesome.
So here's the thing. So
didn't he hit like a 60-yard field goal?
61 yards, right, against the Giants. So Caleb Sturgis was our kicker.
Yes.
And he got hurt like early, right? So like the first game of the season he got hurt, right? And then Jake Elliott came in. And Jake Elliott hit a 61-yarder, but for some reason Jake keeps missing extra points. Like he even did it in the Super Bowl. Like, dude, it's always one extra point he misses in the game. He's always gonna miss one of them.
You
right?
guys go for two more than anybody.
Right, because he keeps missing one.
No, Steelers are the team that goes to the most.
So he can't miss one. But I think we're gonna go with the younger guy. I think we're gonna let Caleb Sturgis go.
So?
Yeah, and then Donnie Jones retired our punter.
Okay, so
now we need a punter. So yeah, it's like we like Caleb. Can you punt? You know what I mean? We might be able to keep both of them. So I don't know.
Well, Janikowski's a free agent. So.
Nah, I can't do that. That dude's way too old,
I think he's coming to Tampa.
He's way too old.
Tampa needs something.
They need a kicker. Plus, he's from Florida. He went to USF. So, or not USF.
University, not Florida, but Florida State.
Florida State.
Yeah.
What is wrong with that?
FSU.
Dude, I was looking at a video from 1980 on YouTube, right? It's Cowboys Eagles. It's a championship game.
Oh God!
Why the kicker had no shoe on? I was like, I forgot about that.
That's right. Do that. Yeah. There was one guy that had. Remember the guy that had half a foot?
Yeah, he had no toes.
And it was cold. I'm like, he's kicking with no shoe on.
Yeah, that dude with that club foot.
The club foot.
But they didn't have any touchbacks back then. I'm like, I wonder why.
Right. And remember, they also had the goalpost at the front of the end zone too. You can actually run into it.
Right.
That was a smart.
Telling my age, man.
Right, me too. Remember when they didn't have face masks? All right, we're gonna take our final break. We'll come back and wrap things up on the Larry Timko Show on 1070 NBC Sports. Welcome back to the Larry Timko Show on 1070 NBC Sports, brought to you by Mary Brown's Diner. Jay Bliss and Eric Andreas in studio, performing at Vasani's all weekend with Quinn Dale. Headlining. For tickets, log on to Vasani.net or call 941-629-9191. One show tonight, one show tomorrow, two shows on Saturday, 6 and 8:30? 9:30. 6 and 9:30 on Saturdays.
One day you'll learn that.
I will. I'll get it right one of these days. Anyway, we were talking a little bit about football during the break, and the Chiefs came up in conversation. Andy Reid, obviously, who we talked about, can't control a clock to save his life. But with the quarterback switch, I think Tyreek Hill is going to benefit the most because he was catching 5-yard passes from Alex Smith, then running 50 yards. With Patrick Mahomes, he'll catch 50-yard passes and won't have to run as much, I think. Right. But the thing is how accurate is Patrick Mahomes?
Well, what you're going to see with Patrick Mahomes, I think is what they're going to do is they're going to do the run play option way more because he can get to the outside, he can actually fake the ball and run the ball as well. So what's going to happen is Tyreek Hill is a bigger threat because it's like the linebacker has to make a decision. Yeah. Like, are you actually going to follow the running back? Or are you going to look for the fake handoff?
But do you really want to be doing that many RPOs? You saw what happened to Wentz because of it. You know what I mean?
Well, Wentz didn't get hurt because of the RPO.
Well, Wentz got hurt because he's an idiot. Doesn't know how to slide.
He didn't slide. He just drove. It was a first down play. He was like 5 yards from the end zone. It was like, yo, he just dove into the end zone.
Yeah, but you had a lead. You got to know when to lay down.
Dude, when you see that end zone, man, sometimes you're like, hey, I can do that.
Well, that's like Jameis Winston. I was like, you played baseball? You can't can't slide.
Right. But even sliding at that point, he was going to get hit in the head. You know what I mean? From where he was.
No, you get hit in the head, it's a penalty.
Yeah, but
you know
dude, you get hit in the head, you get hit in the head.
First down.
You know what I mean?
It was first down. There was no reason to.
Hindsight is 2020. I mean, come on, man.
You love the RPOs and stuff, but man, it just puts their quarterbacks at such a high risk. I like the little rollout plays,
right?
But you know what I mean. I don't know.
Right.
It does scare me.
They've been running these RPOs so much now. You think there's going to be a defense that's going to have an answer for it?
Well, no. So RPO is no different than Wildcat. Like it came in. It was a problem. And
it was a college gimmick.
So what's going to happen? What's going to happen now is cornerbacks are really going to start playing tighter, right? So they're going to start playing really, really tight. And the only thing that you're going to be able to do is pump fake. So the pump fake is going to come back in, and everybody's going to start pump faking. Yeah. And nobody's better than that than Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah. He'll do it with his left hand.
Right.
Somehow it works.
Right.
You know
So this year, what's going to happen this year is that's what basically all NFL teams are going to focus on this year.
Yeah, but RPOs, but it's
a copycat
but it's a rollout. I mean, you had Elway doing it. You had
but they were doing it twice a game, not twice.
Elway ran around all over the place. I mean,
not
he
by design. Nobody's open. I'm running.
Right.
It wasn't by design. Carson Wentz is by design.
Right.
Elway rolled out a lot.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, I mean, they did it back then, just a different way.
Yeah. Right.
So, I don't know. The Cowboys' bread and butter is a play action pass. We don't run that stuff. So.
Well, yeah. I mean, their whole thing was basically. Well, they would get everybody bad, like back in the day with the Cowboys was they had the fullback and the running back in the I formation, and they would still fake the handoff and be like, and the linebacker's like, what? And then you got a tight end that's like 20 yards down the field. Like we knew he was going to run the ball.
The Steelers still do that because they have a pretty damn good fullback.
Right.
A lot of teams don't even have a fullback.
No, they got away from it.
We have Nix, I think his name is, or something like that. But they still do that. They still line up I formation. Make it and have two receivers out there.
I like the I formation. I'm I'm an old school power guy.
Here's the thing that's like most teams are going to say, I'll get rid of my fullback and I'll bring in a nickel cornerback, right? Yeah. So what they're going to do is they're going to play the nickel most of the time because
three receivers set.
And then if you have a safety that can play linebacker, dude, like that's gold right now.
With the running back like Bell. You have to have a fullback, man. You want to protect him, especially he can so patient, wait for that fullback to make the hit. Then he can see the hole and he can hit it. You know?
Right.
Yeah, the fullback helps him so much.
I understand it, but if you break down the numbers, I guarantee the Steelers, if you look at the numbers, I bet that fullback was on the field for maybe 20% of the plays.
Right.
He was on the field a lot.
Because I saw Bell in so many single back formations.
Yeah, then
he goes into receiver formation into the slot, and then it's an empty backfield. So I've seen that a lot with Pittsburgh this year.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I like old school football.
So do I.
I mean, that's what we kind of got away from. Just I don't know how we can't get a fourth down and one. You know, pound football. Run it up and just prove that you're bigger.
Well, it's the evolution of the West Coast offense. These little dink and dunk passes. If I can run the ball for 4 yards or pass the ball for 4 yards, what's the difference? As long as I get those 4 yards,
right?
Yeah, but how many first downs couldn't we get against Jacksonville? 4th and 1. That's why.
Because they wouldn't do a quarterback sneak. And I'm like, you got the biggest quarterback in the league other than Cam Newton, and y'all won't do a quarterback sneak.
Ball 8 yards back to get an inch.
That was, y'all had 3 of them that game?
Yeah.
3 4 and 1s, and then each time y'all passed.
Yeah. No, 2 of them we ran
I was in a group chat. I remember that game. I was in a group chat, and I kept saying, quarterback sneak, please. I was like
yelling at the TV. Even the announcers like, "Oh, you have a big, That's why our offensive Haley got fired. Those calls right there.
But why fire Haley?
Yeah.
At that point, like somebody has to take the fall. Somebody has to take the fall for that.
Yeah.
It wasn't Haley. Yeah. I mean, that's your head coach.
No, head coach lets Haley do that.
That's fine. But at one point, you just got to go in the microphone and be like,
you got to do a sneak. Yeah, I agree.
I
agree.
With all the years Roethlisberger's put in with that organization, you don't think he doesn't have the right to change the play at the line?
He didn't.
Yeah. Dude, I'm gonna tell you right now, dude. I am certain that there were times like when Michael Vick was quarterback. When they go over there, they were like, "Yeah, we're gonna run this play," and Michael Vick be like, "Me on 3," and they'd be like, "Nah, the coach just said," and he just looked at him like, "Come on, that's me on 3."
Ben has the right to call his own plays too. He does a lot of times, but for some reason they told him not to. I don't know.
Yeah.
Who knows? It's a big mess.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you right now. There's tons of Pittsburgh fans right now arguing the fact that they didn't do a quarterback sneak. I know there's memes out there about it. Like
they're still arguing about the Jesse James touchdown.
Well, that was the touchdown. That wasn't. It wasn't even close.
We all had a feeling this could be our year. Everybody did. That's why. Like the last couple years, we were like, they may be able to make it, We had a chance, but this year, dude, I had that feeling. Everybody had.
I told you this before, and I told another Pittsburgh fan this. Anytime the Pittsburgh Steelers are favored to win, they don't win.
I know
anything. As soon as they're not favored, that's when they go all the way.
So they relish the underdog role.
Oh, yeah. The last two times that they made the Super Bowl, they were fifth and sixth seed.
Oh yeah,
they were the first team to win Super Bowl. That was like 2008 as a
wild card.
Yeah. Right,
that's right.
Right. Right. So it's just what it is. Like my whole thing is I like the fact that my team has the target on its back now.
Yeah. Oh,
they do. I don't think that we're gonna go 13-3. No. There's no way we're gonna go 13-3.
It's hard to.
11-5 is doable though. Mm-hmm. So like I said, like my whole thing
wins your division.
Right. Well, in our division, and 10-6 will probably win our division next year.
9-7.
Cowboys will be under 500. You know.
I mean, at the beginning,
Giants will be pitiful.
No, dude. At the beginning of the season, before the season started, I was like, we'll go like 10-6, but we'll win the division. That's the first. That's the only thing I said about our team.
Well, the thing is, nobody was talking about. Everybody was talking about the Giants.
They were talking about the Giants and the Cowboys. That's it. Yeah. But everybody picked us to finish fourth. Finish fourth.
Yeah,
and when I thought my team was decent, was game 2 against the Chiefs when they just put 40 points up against the Patriots, and we were hanging with them, and I was like, yo. We might be straight. And everyone was like, dude, it's early. I was like, I'm just saying.
Same thing with me. When I thought our team was decent is when we beat the crap out of the Chiefs. And they just put 40-something.
And then in the next game, we get the 61-yard field goal against the Giants.
Then the next game, we lose to Chicago.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah,
Mitchell Trubisky threw, 4 passes that game.
That was ugly, man. That was ugly, dude.
Story of my damn life.
That's the game y'all need to worry about, the drop pass. Y'all need to worry about the James play. Y'all need to worry about losing to the Bears. That's what y'all need to worry about. That's what you need bad at right there. I forgot about that.
I'm not expecting much for the Redskins. I really think Kirk Cousins is going to be a major loss. I don't think Alex Smith can replace Kirk Cousins.
I saw the funniest meme. It was a comic strip, and it was Alex Smith walking down the road with his girlfriend, and this little kid was throwing a football to himself, and he's like, "Hey kid, go deep." And the kid goes running all the way down the street, and he throws it to his girlfriend and was like, "Check down."
But you know what? That's one move I don't understand that move. You go to an older version. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Well, it was the money. Yeah. They screwed that whole thing up 3 years ago.
I know.
What? No. I'm not even going to say 3 years ago.
Disrespect.
They screwed it up
last year.
4 or 5 years ago when they took RG3 and Kirk Cousins in the same draft. That's where they screwed it up. The Redskins are a problem for the league, dude. For the league, they are a problem. They make the worst decisions.
How old is Alex
ever?
Now 36, 35?
Dude,
he's over.
But here's the crazy thing, right? So you bring him in, right? Yeah. You still don't have a running game.
Nope.
Right? Your receivers are gone.
Yep.
Right? So how are you better?
An injured Jordan Reed. That's your top receiver.
Yeah, dude, how are you better? You're the same squad you were last year. And then, if any Redskin fan right now is saying, oh, that's all we needed.
Yeah, right.
I'm going to smack them dead in the face.
But you know what I don't understand is all this talk with Minnesota picking up
Kirk Cousins?
Yeah, I'm hearing
that. Because all three of their quarterbacks are off contract now.
Yeah.
They can sign them. You know what I mean? They were a good
But which
team
one would you sign?
The rumor is Bridgewater.
Which one would you sign?
I don't know because I don't see Bridgewater in practice. I don't know how.
I'm hearing
you're not signing Sammy Sleeves. Like you're not signing Sam Bradford.
Yeah. I know, no. But I would sign. What's the guy that started this year?
Nah.
Case Keenum?
Case Keenum.
I'm hearing he's going to Arizona. He's going to Arizona.
Great ball this year, though.
Case Keenum's going to Arizona.
That's what I'm hearing.
But they disrespected him all year. Yeah, apparently the coach.
He's Case Keenum, though.
I know, but he played great ball.
Until he played the Eagles.
Right.
He didn't play terrible.
Yeah, one touchdown.
I want to thank Jay Bliss for coming down to the studio and hanging out with us, man. It was a lot of fun talking sports with you. It really is. I appreciate you coming down.
EAGLES Eagles.
Yeah. Definitely check them out this weekend at Vasani's tonight, tomorrow, and 2 shows on Saturday. For tickets, just log on to Vasani.net or call 941-629-9191. It's Jay Bliss and Quinn Dale performing all weekend long at Vasani's. And don't forget to check out their pasta specials, too. All right, guys, we don't see you in the future. We'll see you in the pasture. Lightning bolts come crashing to